Called Still I Am Rising, a spoken chronicle of women's history. Though I freed 1,000 slaves, 1,000 more could I have freed still, but the greater battle waged against the mind, what she thinks she knows and what she knows she feels. Remember, every great dream with a dreamer does begin. Remember, the passion, the patience, and the strength you need to change the world, baby, that's resident within. I conducted the freedom train, let the stars of heaven light the way, fearless in peril, even in the darkness of the day. I am Harriet Tubman, still I am rising. To educate a woman is like the rising tide of every boat. The greater good is her aim as she's empowered with her vote. Cast her ballot that she may take her stand. I fought for a woman's right to have her say, I took the blows and served the time to pave the way. I am Susan B. Anthony, still I am rising. Never bend your head, hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. Though my eyes can't see and I have no working auditory, listen up, I am not dumb. Instructed at the miracle worker's hand that I, with bold tenacity, could overcome. So I stood up to give voice to those unable, choosing light in the darkness. I defied every label. I am Helen Keller, still I am rising. I will not give up my seat. My head held high, I won't bow in defeat. It's said where you stand depends on where you sit. So in peaceful pursuit, I shall never quit. Still, I am rising. I am Rosa Parks. From the slums of Calcutta to an audience with kings, I speak for those once invisible. I do this one thing. The greatest for the least of these when I focus on the one. I stand the voice for those who would otherwise have none. If you can't feed 100 people, then please feed just one. I am Mother Teresa, still I am rising. You learn by living the what, the where, the why, and the with whom your time is spent. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Through experience, strength, courage, and confidence you'll gain when each day you boldly face your fears anew. If at first you don't succeed, try, yes, try again. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. I am Eleanor Roosevelt. Still, I am rising. Your tactics are tired, your devices well known. Silence a woman as a girl before she's full grown. Well, I am that girl. Yes, sir, I am she. When you deny the one in education, you deny it to me. Armed solely with a mind of courageous conviction, this battle will be won with my voice and not your gun. A clarion call to the nations, I'll not have to fight alone. So I'll play the tune of a drum major with a little band of my own. There's a prize for peace, a Nobel one, they say. Yet remember me not as the girl who was shot, but the one who stood up and led the way. I am Malala Yousafzai. Still, I am rising. So start where you are. Do what you can, despite the devices and the evils of man. Ask the God question, what's in your hand? Then declare, this one thing I do, and for that you must stand. Discern the facts from the truth and the truth from the lies, the firm foundation on which you may stand to your feet. Now, we rise, rise, rise.
Thank you, everyone, for all of that. That was a lot, and I think we're going to go ahead and go through commissioner comments first as we go through, and then we'll go ahead and take the 5 minutes for pictures and photos. So I'm looking at you, Commissioner Legters.
You want me to go first after,
I know.
after my wife just delivered that?
It was strategic, yes.
Strategic. Yes, that was my bride, and clearly you can tell that I married way up. Thank you, honey, for that amazing spoken word. This is another testimony to the greatness of our community, to the beauty of our community. To listen to the young women tonight gives me a sense of hope. I'm feeling safe by our ROTC reps tonight. I mean, it's just like, yeah, things are going to be all right. We celebrate history, and we celebrate it this way because we're in an environment now where history is suspect. History is not told completely, but history is not selective. History is collective. And we need to remember that and continue to celebrate these amazing proclamations in these months so we can be clear about the reality and the truth of history and how history has led us to where we are. I'm a firm believer that we all stand on the shoulders of those who come before us. And I was listening to, as Chair Pastorian delivered the comments this evening, and the first quote she said was from Abigail Adams 250 years ago. Remember the ladies and be more generous and favorable to them than your ancestors. That rings true today. So 250 years later, we still need to heed her advice. So I'm encouraged tonight. I believe that there is better to come, that we are on the right path towards that. It may feel like we're veering right and left sometimes, but we're on the right path. And I want to encourage all the young women who are here tonight and who hear this, do not underestimate your power. Do not underestimate your influence. Do not underestimate your amazingness. I have great hope from what I heard tonight, and I thank you all for sharing with us.
Thank you, Commissioner Legters. Commissioner Doi?
So when I was graduating high school, there was a study that came out that said in a classroom setting, a faculty member was more likely to call on the male students in the room than the females. And I thought, what can I do about that for me to make sure that I get the education that I need and I deserve? And I lived in Denver at the time, and I ended up here in Southern California at Scripps College, a women's college in Claremont. That education proved to me, beyond anything I could have imagined, the power within a community of women. And as I sit here tonight, I look out at all of you who have presented to us and told us what you're doing, where you're headed, where your mind is, and I am so proud. Things are changing. Maybe not quickly enough, but things are constantly changing. You are the reason I went to a women's college, to find my own voice, and here you are, shouting with yours. I wish everyone could see the presentations that we saw this evening. I am grateful for you being here. I am grateful for the things you are doing. And as our poet reminded us, we rise. We all rise. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Commissioner Steve?
Well, I was just blown away, especially at the end of it. The poems, the quotes are so inspiring. I was like, please don't fall up on the dais. That would be really bad. Would not be good. I think Adam has tears in his eyes too, so it made me feel a little bit better. Okay, good. But it was wonderful. Thank you. And thank you for being here on behalf of Temecula Women's Club. You guys have such an amazing history here in our valley. It is wonderful that you're here and made time to be here for all these young girls. And we get to the girls who are surrounded by our teachers, about our parents. I have 2 boys. I didn't get the opportunity to raise a girl. But I know that if I had a girl, I would want her to be just like all of you. You're strong, you're brave, and you're articulate. Thank you for being here.
Vice Chair Evantop?
Well, I'm not nearly as eloquent as the folks that were at the dais, are on the dais or in the audience tonight, but I wanted to say thank you for the inspiration, for the for the incredible hope that you leave us with. The fact that everybody that was up there decided that there is no mold, that they are living their lives, that they are living their path, and they're living their destiny. And I just think that that is such a inspiring thing. So much eloquence, so much drive and determination. You know, you always have to be vigilant about our future, vigilant about our rights, vigilant about that. It was only 50 years ago that women were just getting the right to own a business or even have their own credit. And that was only 50 years ago. We, of course, talk about the right to vote, but, you know, this is, you know, in Switzerland, they only got the right to, women had the right to vote, what, 1978? And so this is something that is a current history. There is no history. We're in it. It is constantly evolving. We're immersed in all of it, and we never need to stop fighting. We have to keep going. We have to keep pushing to make our own destinies, and of course, create your own sort of path. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for the inspiration. Being an Air Force family, by the way, good job. And I am just very grateful for the inspiration left here today.
Thank you. I am blown away as well with tonight. There's so many amazing opportunities that we got to hear about and see. Each one of you has a spark inside of you from the time you are born. And it's when that fire starts to ignite and just go. And it is so relevant to see it burning so bright tonight in each of you. It starts with an interest, right? It starts with having something that you're interested in, and it turns into a dream, it turns into a goal, becomes an action, and then it's executed on. And each of you are starting that process already right now, and it's so clear and so evident in everything that you said, where you stand, how firm you are. But through that, the journey is not easy by any stretch. Women struggle. Women struggle. But it's through that struggle that we find resilience, and that resilience provides us the ability to burn bright. Brighter than anyone could have ever imagined. It was not many years ago that I was walking through a conference with a woman who is in here tonight who I respect immensely, that I was talking about that my fire started to burn brighter later in life. That woman is Nicole Deas. And I walked through that conference, and I was just feeling like, you know, it's starting to burn brighter later, but you know, it didn't matter. It didn't matter, and she gave me that ability to say, you know what, life happens, right? Life happens, and you are still burning bright in those areas in which life occurred. And I think that's an important message, because you ladies, you young ladies, will experience that life, and life will take you into different directions as it does, and most women in this room will nod their head yes, because it does. You just don't expect it. But it takes you where you need to go to learn the things that you need to learn in order for yourselves to be where you are going to be, and to achieve that goal and succeed at that dream, and to live the life and to continue to rise. And that is the most important thing, is that when those things occur, to continue and remember to rise. That is what women do. We stand up every single time. And I know that every single one of you will remember that and do that, because each and every one of you, you are women's history. Thank you. Go ahead and put 5 minutes on the clock for photos for everybody, and then in 5 minutes we will regain